Okay, everyone, I don't know if you're interested in it or not or whatever. I just watched the season 5 opener of My Little Pony. Yeah, the first two episodes of season 5. It was a solid season opener, pretty much like the last one. Only here, in this season opener, we didn't have the main six actually really resolve the problem. I mean, they helped getting rid of the what was her name? That unicorn, Starlight Glimmer. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed too, especially in Miss Princess OP Sparkle. We later see that a simple shield spell from Twilight can stop Starlight Glimmer's magic. A simple shield spell. A spell she just throws up like that. No major channeling involved. She teleports in front of those three ponies in the end and just throws the shield up. No major preparation needed. And in that fight scene, I was seriously wondering, okay, she teleports up to prepare one of those Gallic gun Kamehameha blasts she used against Tyrek, and leaves her friends behind to be attacked? No. No. I would have to check who actually wrote this episode. 1 second, I think I can check that. Takes a moment. Somewhere there have to be credits here. So, who wrote this episode? M.A. Larson. Did I see that correctly? Okay, M.A. Larson wrote this episode. If I remember correctly, wasn't he the guy who turned Twilight into an alicorn? In the first place? But let's ignore that. Yes, story editor M.A. Larson. I don't mind that she's an alicorn. I don't mind this episode either. But my thoughts on it are somber. I sober. Because yeah, it's a nice episode. We get to see more pony. We see a community of ponies in the desert that we haven't seen before. What I don't really understand is there is some conflicting dialogue in this episode, like that one part where I think the Pegasus says we all came here because we thought something was missing in our lives, and then suddenly, are you going to stay here? Yes, this is our home. Okay, so how long has this community, this cult, because it's nothing else, it's a cult. It's like a pony representation of a religious cult. Like, I think Scientology would be uh, a very good comparison for that, actually. Yeah. No, I think you get what I mean. It's conflicting, especially if we see at the beginning. I think Double Diamond brings them to Starlight Glimmer, and he says, maybe it would be best if you met our founder." Okay, so question again: how long has this community been going on? And if only if I see that brainwashing chamber the main six are being put into, I can only imagine that most of the ponies of that town, village, community, or whatever did not give up their cutie marks willingly. Therefore, what do I have to say besides that? Yeah, it's nice that Twilight makes, well, how to put this? She questions the castle. Many in our fandom have, I know that for sure. I've seen enough posts on different websites and in forums where people asking, what the fuck is that castle? Or where did that castle come from? And then we have that little animation with One Day in Ponyville where I think it was Sparkler uh, sees the Cerberus in town, Twilight fighting T-Rex, and she is totally cool with it. Until Twilight's castle raises directly in front of her window and she doesn't have a nice view anymore. So, basically, we now have what I think an overarching, a season spanning plot once again because Starlight Glimmer escaped. And I will call it right here, right now. You heard it here first on Visual Ponies and Narrators channel. I will tell you exactly what I think is going to happen in the season finale of season 5 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And that is simple. Somehow, Starlight Glimmer will get to Canterlot. Somehow, she will get into the royal castle by night or somehow catch Luna and Celestia unaware. So, she will steal their cutie marks, and my personal opinion is that she wanted the cutie marks to maybe plant them on herself to gain that particular special talent. You see where I'm getting at? So if she stole the cutie marks of Celestia and Luna, she would have the power of the sun to control the sun and the moon. And I didn't see Twilight use any magic after her cutie mark was removed. So if we take that into account as well, then we could assume that if she takes the cutie mark, or the cutie marks of Celestia and Luna, then she had the power of Celestia and Luna. This is also, well, if you look at the season 4 finale, when Celestia, Cadance, and Luna gave their magic to Twilight, their cutie marks disappeared. So that was already a little foreshadowing, I think. So that is what I call right here, right now, on my channel, what is going to happen in the season 5 finale or somewhere in the near future of this season. Because why else would a pony steal a cutie mark? Certainly not to create harmony. Because, as we saw, Starlight Glimmer was unwilling to give her own cutie mark up. No, she wanted power. She wanted their special talents. And is it just me, or did she sound a little like the great and powerful Trixie there for a moment? When, especially every time she went on like that the others were thinking that they were so great. That kind of reminded me of Trixie when she was talking about Twilight in, I think it was when she came back with the Alicorn amulet. I'm not sure. Don't call me on that. I'd have to rewatch it. I had to rewatch Trixie's appearances. I wanted to do that prior to this video, but I just watched the season 5 opener and I thought, you've never done a reaction video or told your opinion on an episode, so let's start with that. I'll do that every Saturday now. Also, a little update for you all. I have started recording chapter 21 of Star Trek Fallout Equestria Project Horizons. Sorry, yes, I have watched a Star Trek movie yesterday. Star Trek First Contact. Okay. However, I've started recording chapter 21 of Fallout Equestria Project Horizons. It is coming, don't worry. I am like 25 pages in. It has taken me most of the day to record those 25 pages, so I will continue tomorrow, which will be the next 25 pages, I guess, and then the day after, because that chapter is over 70 pages. Yeah, what miffs me the most about it is that it will be a hell to edit and everything, but heck, I'll do it, no problem. Might take me a little while, but I'll do it. Chapter 20 is up. YouTube is still processing it for 11 hours now. Once it's done with the processing, I will put it up for the Patreons and release it as usual next week to the public. About this episode once again, at the end, the skis of that guy. I think, what was his name? Double Diamond? How long has this cult been going on? These skis were in perfect condition. They were obviously waxed. Otherwise, he would have, stood in the snow, or that Pegasus would have dropped him on the snow, and he'd just come to a halt. Because I've been skiing before, and if your skis are not waxed, you will not have, the friction, there will be too much friction. You will stop eventually. So, how long have his skis been there? How long has this cult been going on? It can't be for too long, but if it hasn't been for too long, then that brings the question of the brainwashing in again. So there are a few plot holes in this, in my opinion at least. Yeah. So, what else can I say? Sincerely yours, Visual Pony. See you on the next chapter of Fallout Equestria Project Horizons, and consider my Patreon account.